Diagnosis and Beyond. I'm your host, Angel Marie Carson. I've been a speech-language pathologist for 30 years, a brain cancer survivor for 16, and a mom. On today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about who my most consistent supporter was. And you may think I'm going to answer the doctors, the therapists, the treatments, and while those are very important, my constant support came from Jesus Christ. He is my Lord, my Savior, and I learned that He's my friend. I grew up Catholic, and in Catholicism we're taught the 7 sacraments. And a sacrament is given as a gift to us from God to remind us that we're cared for, we're loved, and we're strengthened throughout our lives, for us to be reminded that God is there for us through our trials in life. And the sacrament that I was receiving when I learned that Jesus was my friend was when I was 12 years old. I was preparing for my confirmation. And this is when I was going to be confirmed into the Catholic Church officially. I was accepting God as my Lord and Savior, and I was going to be a Catholic from then on. That was when I was promising. But what I did was I had to go to church first, and then I went to catechism classes or Sunday school classes. And while in those classes, our teachers, for the first time, they said, Jesus is your friend. Well, growing up, I never thought of Jesus as my friend. I thought more of him like an authority figure, but not as someone I could talk to, like my friend. But they said, Jesus is your friend, and then they played that song by James Taylor, You've Got a Friend. After that song took on a whole new meaning when I heard it. That was telling me that Jesus was my friend. And after that lesson, that's what I took from it. Whenever I heard that song. So I learned that Jesus is my friend, not an authority figure that's waiting for me to do something wrong. So that was powerful for me. So not only did that give me more reverence for Jesus, that He didn't just heal me through medicine, He also healed me through the loving people that He put in my path through the years. And when I had to go through treatment, like when I went through radiation, they made a mask for my face, and then they put me in this contraption like an MRI machine, and they locked my head down so I wouldn't move, so the beam could go here. Well, they gave me headphones, and they said, which song do you want to hear? And I said, James Taylor, You Have a Friend. And that helped me get through that tough time. But Jesus also placed loving people in my path for the past 16 years. My aunt came to take care of me, so she became His hands and feet. She took me to therapy, she did my laundry, she made dinner, she took my kids where they needed to go, and she became His hands and feet. And then my mom, she was praying to Saint Peregrine, and that's the saint of people living with cancer. She said Novena every single morning before she died, and she believed that that is why I was still surviving, and I do too. So I just want you to know that yes, doctors and treatments help me, but my belief in my Jesus Christ helped me the most, because He's the one that's in control. He's the one that placed the people in my life when I needed them. So you may have a different belief, and that's okay. As long as you have a belief outside of yourself and you give that belief to somebody else, whether it's your universe or whoever you put your faith in, it's important to have some type of faith that you believe that you have a higher power. So that's what I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to tell you, you are not alone. So if I learned anything in these last 16 years, that's one thing I learned, that you are not alone, and God, or whoever you believe in, is placing people in your path to guide you and strengthen you. Okay, well, thank you for listening to this part of my story. I'm your host, Angel Marie Carson. If this has encouraged you and you would like to share it with a loved one, please do. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and like it. Okay? Well, God bless you, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.